Hey, sorry about that. My phone went on kind of a blink there. So I want to finish the rest of this video. So what if we sit down and what if we decided that, you know what, we're going to wipe out poverty in our own community? I'll bet you there's enough money amongst black folks that are working, that are doing well, some of the athletes, that we could wipe out poverty, you know, instead of going to other people and saying, y'all need to help us. What if we address the issues of our family problems, you know, of single moms? And so what if we decided we were going to be the best people that we could be, you know? And not only that, but we're going to be a welcoming community, right? We were going to find ways to create jobs, you know? What if we took that attitude? What would happen? What if we put into that attitude the fervor and the energy that we put into protesting and marching? What if we did, you know? I think things would be different. I really do. So anyway, I'm going to read something. I'm going to go to the book of Isaiah. I'm about done, and then I'm going to pray. I'm going to go to Isaiah, the first chapter. And this is God, the prophet Isaiah, scolding Israel. It's Isaiah 1, and you start at 2, and it's talking about the wickedness of Judah. And listen, I'm going to read a little bit of this. Okay, it says, "Listen, heaven, and pay attention, earth. The Lord has spoken. I raised my children and helped them grow, but they have rebelled against me. The ox knows their owners, the donkeys knows their master feeds them, but Israel doesn't know its owner. My people don't understand who feeds them. How horrible it is for a nation that sins. Its people are loaded down with guilt. They are descendants of evildoers and destructive children. They have abandoned the Lord. They have despised the Holy One of Israel. They have turned their backs on him. Why do you still want to be beaten? Why do you continue to rebel? Your whole head is infected. Your whole heart is failing. From the bottom of your feet to the top of your head, there is no healthy spot left in your body, only bruises, sores, flesh wounds. They haven't been cleansed, bandaged, soothed with oil." Now, that's a strong metaphor, right? It says, "Your country is devastated. Your cities are burned down. Your fields are destroyed right before your eyes by foreigners. Your fields are devastated and taken over by foreigners. My people Zion are left like a hut in a vineyard, like a shack in a cucumber field, like a city under attack. If the Lord of the angel armies hadn't left us a few survivors, we would have been like Sodom and like Gomorrah." So here's a situation where Israel, because of their sin, because they turned from the Lord, the devastation has happened. And listen to me, we are a blessed country, but I guarantee you, if we turn from the Lord, devastation is waiting for us. Devastation is waiting for us. You get it? Devastation is waiting for us. Let's go a little bit further. "Listen to the word of the Lord, you rulers of Sodom. Pay attention to the teachings from God, you people of Gomorrah." Of course, he's actually talking to Israel. It says, "The Lord asked, what do your many animal sacrifices mean to me? I've had enough of your burnt offerings of rams and enough of the fat of your fattened calves. I am not pleased with the blood of bulls, lambs, or male goats." In other words, stop playing church. You know, all your huge churches and your sermons and your programs, they don't impress me. I'm not happy. It says, "When you appear in my presence, who asked you to trample on my courtyards? Don't bring any more worthless grain offerings. Your incense is disgusting to me. So are your new moon festivals, your days of worship, and the assemblies you call. I can't stand your evil assemblies. I hate your new moon festivals and your appointed festivals. They become a burden to me. I'm tired of putting up with them. So when you stretch out your hands in prayer, I will turn my eyes away from you. Even though you offer many prayers, I will not listen because your hands are covered with blood." So God is saying, look, and see, we have it in our mind that's we have rights, and we can call on God, and he somehow he has to answer us. He doesn't have to answer us. He answers us because we answer him. He answers us because we're his people and we seek after his will. He answers us because we don't live horizontal. It's not what's going on the earth that causes us to love him, but we have this vertical relationship. that's more important than the horizontal relationship. And when we do things in the horizontal, it's because of our attachment to the vertical. You get what I'm saying? And so, let me read a little bit further. Notice this. He says, your hands are covered with blood. Well, what's he talking about? He says, wash yourselves, become clean, get your evil deeds out of my sight, stop doing evil, learn to do good, seek justice, arrest oppressors, defend orphans, plead the case of widows. Further down in 123, he says, you rulers are rebels, friends of thieves. They all love bribes and run after gifts. They never defend orphans. They don't notice the widow's pleas. So God gets upset when love begins to fail and it becomes about money, it becomes about power. And whenever that happens, those on the lower end of society begin to suffer. And they are the responsibility of all of us to make sure they get fed, to make sure that, and I know that, and now we have this attitude that, well, they don't want to be any better. You know what? Our responsibility is to help them to be better, is to level the playing field. Matter of fact, that's what justice in the Bible, that is one of the things justice in the Bible means. It doesn't mean just us. It means that I am my brother's keeper, that I'm responsible for people that are lower than me on the economic or the social economic rung. And I'm going to take what I have and I'm going to share with them, because the love of God has been shed abroad in my heart, and I belong to him. And he's a loving God, a graceful God, and he blesses me so that I could be a blessing. Okay? So I had to pick this back up. I got interrupted on the first video, so this is the second part. So I would exhort you, if do what you're going to do, protest, but just remember, this is not about hatred, but it's about discourse. Try to find out, talk to people that disagree with you. I know it hurts, but take your pain to God and allow God to heal that pain so that we could talk, so that our brothers and our sisters, because guess what? We are all Americans. Whether black, white, we are all members of the same country. And if you are a Christian, you are the member of the universal church of Jesus Christ, that he died for every one of us. And guess what? Render unto Caesar, but render unto God. And every one of us is a piece of God, is a reflection, is the image of God himself. That's what we're supposed to show. And we're supposed to show it in the way that we live our lives, the way that we love each other, the way that we understand each other, the way that we talk to each other, and the way we reach down for those that are less fortunate than us, and we pull them to our level. Okay? God bless you.